If you tried to reach Saturn, you would never come back, not in the way you imagine, not as the person who left. You might think Saturn is just there, a beautiful, silent jewel, its pale golden hues and magnificent rings offering a quiet promise of discovery, floating quietly in the endless dark, a serene beacon in the cold, indifferent cosmos. But the truth is far more disturbing. The planet's calm facade hides a series of insurmountable barriers, each one more profound than the last. Because reaching Saturn is not just difficult, it is a challenge woven into the very fabric of reality. It may be fundamentally impossible. Saturn is nearly 1.5 billion kilometers away from Earth, a chasm of cold, empty space. To cross this void is to journey for a lifetime, leaving everything behind for a destination that constantly recedes. Even traveling at the speed of the fastest spacecraft ever built, a velocity that seems incomprehensible, it would take years just to get close. Years spent in total isolation, a tiny speck of life adrift in an ocean of nothingness. But distance is not the real problem. It is merely the first and simplest of the universe's great filters. Because in space, distance is deceptive. It is intertwined with time in a way that defies our intuition. What you see is already in the past. The light from Saturn takes over an hour to reach your eyes. You are aiming at a ghost, a memory of a planet. And Saturn, as you see it now, is not where it really is anymore. It has moved on, continuing its silent, inexorable orbit. You must chart a course for a place that doesn't yet exist in your sky. To reach Saturn faster, to shorten the years of travel and catch up to its true position, you would need unimaginable speed, a velocity that pushes against the very limits of creation. But physics has a limit, a cosmic speed limit that cannot be broken. Nothing with mass can reach the speed of light. It is an absolute boundary, a wall built into the structure of space-time. And the faster you go, the more your own mass resists the acceleration, the more energy you need. An infinite amount to reach an impossible speed, until eventually, it becomes impossible. The universe itself forbids you from going any faster. You are trapped by the laws of the universe. These are not rules that can be bent or broken. They are fundamental properties of existence, no matter how advanced your technology becomes. The problem isn't engineering, it's physics. But even if you could travel for years, there are other, more immediate threats. Space is not empty. It is filled with invisible dangers, a constant silent storm of particles and energy. Radiation that slowly destroys your body, cell by cell. An unseen poison that accumulates over the long years, rewriting your very DNA. Microscopic particles moving at extreme speeds. Remnants of shattered asteroids and long-dead comets. At high velocity, even a grain of dust becomes a bullet. A tiny missile carrying catastrophic energy. One impact is enough to destroy everything. A single, random encounter in the dark, and the journey is over. And out there, in that profound emptiness between worlds, there is no protection, no magnetic field, no atmosphere. Just the raw, unfiltered hostility of the void. No rescue. You are farther from help than any human has ever been. No second chance. The universe does not offer them, even if you could survive the journey. If you could navigate the void and endure its hazards, a far stranger and more heartbreaking barrier awaits. Time itself becomes your enemy. As you travel faster, approaching that impossible limit, a strange thing happens. Time slows down for you. Your clocks tick slower, your heart beats slower, your thoughts unfold more slowly relative to the universe you left behind. But not for everyone else, not for the world you left behind. On Earth, time flows on, relentless and unforgiving. By the time you arrive at Saturn, feeling as though only a few years have passed for you. Years, decades, or even centuries could have passed on Earth. The faster you traveled, the greater the debt you owe to time. Everyone you knew, every memory you held dear, would be gone, lost to the river of time, faded into history, like myths from a forgotten age. You wouldn't just be traveling through space. You would be taking a one-way trip into the future. You would be traveling into a future where you no longer belong. A ghost arriving at a world that has forgotten you. But here's the most unsettling truth. The final, cosmic irony. You don't need to go to Saturn. You don't need to embark on this impossible journey at all. Because Saturn is already moving through space, hurtling at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour in its orbit around the Sun. The entire solar system is in constant motion. We are all passengers on this planet, traveling together through the galaxy at unimaginable speeds, orbiting, drifting, changing. The universe doesn't wait for us. It doesn't care about our plans or our dreams. It is a grand, silent mechanism, unfolding according to its own laws. It moves on, with or without us. We are already on an impossible journey, whether we choose to leave our world or not. And maybe that is the point. Maybe the journey is not about reaching a destination. We were never meant to leave.